Labour are going to do absolutely nothing about the grooming gang epidemic because they don't want to offend the Muslim community. Now, I want to warn you, in fact, I need to warn you, that we are discussing child sexual abuse, and I need to say to you that this is going to contain some very distressing content, including quite graphic details of child sexual exploitation and violence. Before the election, Jess Phillips, Labour's Jess Phillips, was running her mouth off.
We're a year on from the independent inquiry into child sexual abuse. Years and years worth of evidence. Rishi Sunak is doing nothing. And today, exactly what happened in Rochdale is happening in every single part of our country.
Well, now, that same Jess Phillips is in a position of power at the Home Office, and she has just rejected a national inquiry into rape gangs. Well, why do we think that is? I mean, I've got a little theory.
Yeah, go on, lad. Just watching.
OK, so that's Rochdale Police Station there, and that was what appeared to be, anyway, Muslim men who were egging it and doing all sorts of stuff there in the wake of the alleged Manchester Airport incident. So I think that Labour might be a little bit afraid of aspects of the Muslim community. And I think to that I say, though, you're pathetic. Because when you read reports about a girl as young as 13 being gagged and gang raped, in other cases, men would have their names on a list by a door, and then they went inside and they'd rape a child and they'd put a tick by their name and they would pay it off at the end of the month. A girl is believed to have been killed, cut up and put in kebabs before presumably being fed to members of the British public. These people are monsters, all right? But the Tories are, unfortunately, just as guilty as the Labour Party, because Kemi Badenoch came out and called for a national inquiry, all right? But then the Tories themselves actually did refuse an inquiry several years ago. They had 14 years to try to get this stuff right. Now, I don't actually think either of them care. They've not demonstrated that the people of Rotherham, Rochdale, Keighley, Oldham, Oxford, Aylesbury, Newcastle, Blackpool, they've not demonstrated to them that they care, have they, really? We made a massive deal over the infected blood scandal. More than 30,000 people in the UK were given treatments for infected with HIV, hepatitis C or Hep B. The Post Office scandal, 900 sub-postmasters were prosecuted. But right across the country, Pakistani men have been raping thousands of mostly vulnerable young working-class white girls for decades. It was a bigger national scandal than anything else, as far as I'm concerned. I think it's time to have a full, independent national inquiry.